716, stand up. Mick on the beat. Let go. Mr. 716 with them fly ass chicks who paint them pretty ass lips. With them trap boys out doubling up on bricks. For musicians like myself that was blessed with a gift. Rap with a package, see what it is. Swerving through traffic like I lost control of the whip. Hurt the competition like I ran over these bricks. Double lines mean nothing when you're hugging the bridge. Red light, green light, headlight, heat bright. Superstar life make these lanes hate right.
What up, Ron? How you doing, baby?
I'm doing great, man. I'm doing great.
All right now. Dallas Oliver in the building. What's up, Dallas?
You guys are getting nervous. Thought I was not going to be here, huh?
No, we don't think too much of anything no more now.
Right. We just go with the flow now.
We just go with the flow now. We too many years in to be assuming stuff. Not to mention I was thirsty, man. Welcome to Talk Years Tuesday, everybody. Where we're a show for the fans, by the fans. And to all the fans out there, we want to tell you, we love y'all. Now, Ryan, let's hit him with that. What happened, baby?
What happened? Your team, the Grizzlies.
Yeah, Big Memphis.
Little Memphis.
Big
Fired they had coach a while back.
Yeah, about a week and a half ago.
Now my thing is, I got two questions for everybody. Is they in the playoffs?
Yeah, they in the playoffs.
Okay, so the playoffs not here yet. So why you not fire your head coach?
Ryan, I don't know. But as of today, the Denver Nuggets fired.
Bam.
Motherfucking Malone.
Bam.
And I'm sitting over there wondering, why the fuck did you fire him when your team usually do go on a slump round this time? Well, I'm not gonna say usually. They went on a slump round this time one time and then won the championship.
Right.
Why did you fire him?
So, I mean, I don't get it. Now, if I'm a bad team, I would go get the Denver Nuggets head coach right now.
Yeah.
I would sign him right now. No ifs, buts about it.
I agree to that. I wouldn't have fired him until after the season. Yeah.
Right. After the season, that's my big thing. You fire the head coach after the season, not during the season. You got what, 2 games left to the playoffs? Yeah, make it make sense. And the Grizzlies, they always go to the playoffs. Yes or no?
Yeah, the Grizzlies usually do, not always, because as long as they're healthy, they're going to the playoffs.
Right.
They're at least consistent. They may not always make noise, but they're always in the hunt.
Right, they consistent. To me, they're a good head coach.
Yeah, but he was he was struggling to beat teams over 500. And he didn't have too much defensive presence.
But
not to mention, some people say he lost the locker room.
Okay.
Now, I don't see the lost locker room situation.
Me either.
But some people say.
But is it hard to find? Is it hard to get a team to the playoffs, or hard to find a good head coach that take you to the playoffs?
It's a combination of both. Yeah, that's me.
Harder to find a head coach. Look how many Look how many head coaches get gone through, not just in the NBA, but in any
Right.
sport.
And like they fired the head coach, so now you need to fire somebody in your front office.
That is because there's a couple front offices out there
Right.
need to find out what they be thinking.
Right. You need to fire these people that make this, that do this shit. Oh, you want to fire your championship head coach? Okay, well, you need to get fired too.
Can the Mavericks fire their front office, please?
That they should have fired him alone when he made that dumbass trade.
Trade was gonna be made with or without him.
But them only what happened
What happened, baby?
this week.
All right, what you got over there, Dallas?
Shit, to be honest, I was playing games with my girl before this, and I sort of forgot. She reminded me that the show was on, so like.
All right, well, don't even worry about it.
I'll go with
no.
I'll go with baseball. So obviously the season just started, but like it's too early to panic. But Yankees have now got a 3-game losing streak. Rodon looked terrible, and obviously they're decimated by injuries. But Carlos Carrasco looked terrible again today, and it's only the first time they've been shut out all year. But all of a sudden, whatever magic they had, they go on the road and they're hitting their first little skid of the year. They lost 5-0 today and 6-2 yesterday to the fucking Tigers. So.
Well, the Detroit Tigers is an up and coming team that I ain't gonna lie to you. I wouldn't be surprised if they were in the World Series.
No, but the Yankees are a here and now team, and they're not getting what they paid for out of Rodon and Fried so far.
Right, but the Detroit Tigers, yeah, they came on strong at the end of the season last year.
Yeah, they get 2 good pitchers in Scooble and Mize. But I guess that'd be mine.
All right, well, my what happened, baby. I'm giving my what happened, baby, to them the Dukies. Duke ain't scored a point in the last 10 minutes of the basketball. Oh, maybe they scored 1 point in the last 10 minutes of the basketball game. They lost, had a lead, had a 6-point lead with 1 minute left. Lost again. Terrible.
See, can I have a second? What happened, maybe? Because you just made me think of a better one. What happened maybe with Houston? As a Gators fan, I'm watching that shit last night. I couldn't believe it to not have awareness in that as the biggest moment of your collegiate career. You go up for the shot. You pump fake the hell out of the defender. He pump faked that defender so far, he air faked that motherfucker into the next county. He sent that defender by him. That dude ended up in the next postal code. And then he's got the wide open shot. He drops the ball. He, for whatever reason, thinks it's a dead ball and just stands there. And it reminded me of LeBron and Kyrie Irving.
He couldn't touch it. He couldn't touch it because it would have been a walk.
Yeah, but he just let the. I mean, yeah, but at least.
So
but
he's
he let the
trying
Florida
to
guy
get his teammates to come get it.
He let the Florida guy dive on it and hold it and run the clock out. I get it would have been a walk, and they would have had the ball anyway. But maybe, just maybe, if it was a walk and Florida inbounded the ball, you could have at least maybe been able to foul them, and then hope that they missed one and get a shot at a Hail Mary. Like it would have been low percentage, but there could have been something. But just the fact that he fucked up the open shot that badly, and you had the lead the entire way through, and you let Florida come back on you at the last minute. That was just the look on Kelvin Sampson's face said it all. Nigga really just like this, like, what? It's like, what happened?
Okay. Well, Dalton said, what happened, baby, AEW Dynasty, when the Young Bucks called Swerve and helped Moxie win the AEW championship. Death Rider storyline is terrible. Tony Khan is a joke. And Josh Bailey in the building said he liked my shirt. Stay tuned live, baby. I gotta get me some more shirts, some more Stay Tuned Live shirts. I had this one for a couple of years now. It's time to get some more. It's time to get some more shirts. Gotta get some more. Gotta get some more everybody's shirts. But yeah, that was the only one I had for what happened, baby. It was nice to see the Phillies beat the Dodgers, though. Not gonna lie. It's nice to see us go out there and beat the Dodgers because they are the defending champ. So I was happy to see that. Now, what you got, Ryan? Certified player.
Deion Sanders got the bat this offseason.
Yes, he did, man.
A 5-year, $54 million extension. He
He
got the
getting that
bat.
money.
He getting that bread. I'm not mad at it, player. Get your money.
I ain't mad at him either.
Look what he did in just 1 year. He put that stool back on the map. Can
Yes,
we
he
agree
did.
on that?
I agree.
He brought competition with the players to that stool.
He brought. I want to say he brought a strong sense of relevancy to
Right.
that story.
And
That's what I'm gonna say. And now they're getting primetime games because
right.
of Coach
And
Prime.
he brought
Celebrities, lovers,
right
all types of
ex
people.
NFL players on his coaching staff. He Warren Sapp, he brought what the running back played for St. Louis back in the day for the Rams.
Marshall Falk.
Marshall Falk, he brought all these great players over there to help his kids. That to me, hey, I'm not mad at it, players. He put Colorado back on the map. I'm
Yeah,
not
I like it.
me too.
The way North Carolina is about to be back on the map.
Hey,
Hopefully,
hopefully we
That'd be
will
cool.
see, right?
I
And my
mean,
last one, Julio Jones has retired. And you had a good football career. I mean, you had a really good football career. Now,
Hall of
on
Fame,
the
baby.
field,
Hall of Fame. Hall of Fame. Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame, we were not getting first or second or third or fourth. We will not get into that. But you have a Hall of Fame career. That's all I got for you, Dennis.
All right, what you got, Dallas?
all right. I'm gonna stick with baseball. Just we'll go. Aaron Judge got Player of the Week for the 12th time in his career. 545, 4 homers, 11 RBIs, and then 1.818 slugging percentage to start the year for opening week.
All right, all right. Certified player. I want to give it out there to UConn. UConn women's basketball, definitely certified player. The Florida Gators basketball team, definitely got to get them certified player as well. I still want to give a shout out to Houston for going out there and doing their thing and actually competing. They made that actually to a game. That game came down to like what Dallas said with that last second with that
Mm-hmm.
whole pump fake situation that ended up if he would have got the ball to travel. So I 100% agree to that. Other things I wanted to say was for the certified player, I'm gonna give it to my Phillies, man, for going out there and beating the Dodgers this weekend, man. Uh, 2 games out of 3. I liked it. I thought we was gonna sweep them, but I liked it. That's what I'm gonna say. I liked it.
Mm.
That's how I feel for my certified player. Now,
Just like that.
oh yeah, Hendy in the building. That's right. Yeah, happy birthday to Hendy, Mr. Fuck Your Team. I mean, we got some breaking news. Did I hit it right? Yeah, Jalen Wells was injured on the dunk attempt and was taken off the court on the stretcher.
Oh,
K. Simpson receives a flagrant 2 foul and was ejected from the game. Mm. Yeah, that's the breaking news. But other than that, yeah, everything else is all right. All right, Ron, let's go ahead with these questions, man.
my first question: do you think Jalen Daniels' mom doing too much, or is it all right for her to act like that? Dennis.
I would have to say 50% is all right for her to act like that, and the other, well, no, I would have to say 10% is all right for her to act like that. The other 90%, you sit your ass down. Sit your old ass down. And don't worry
Dallas.
about it. I'm a slide in your DMs. Don't even worry about it. Slide in your
Dallas.
DMs.
Ask Lonzo and LaMelo Ball how they feel about parents acting a fool.
Mm.
That's all I gotta say about that.
I really think she's doing too much. Like 75%, you doing too much. Go and
She's
sit
definitely
down
worse.
somewhere. You
She's
got
definitely
your
worse than Brittany
son.
Mahomes.
You got your son to the NFL. They're good. He a grown man now. I know he your baby. Yep.
No, she
Okay,
said
but
he gotta get to that second contract. That's what she
trust
said.
me, if he keep on balling like he been doing, he's not going nowhere from Washington.
I don't know. So Washington don't usually get nobody in the second contract.
I think that we get him. They got a new front office.
Yeah, we'll see.
My second question is: any wide receiver in the NFL worth a first round pick in the NFL right now? And name him.
Yeah, there's a
That
couple wide receivers you. Oh, okay.
or Dennis, either one.
There's a couple wide receivers you can go ahead and trade for and get a first round pick. So
Who?
yeah, I believe so.
Who?
Tyreek Hill is one of them. AJ Brown, C.D. Lamb, Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase. Yeah, those are them.
All right, Dallas.
Dennis just listed about 10 reasons why he'd be fired from the front office in about 2 seconds. No.
Okay.
No receivers in the league are worth a first round pick right now. Draft picks
Nobody.
are at an extreme. No, not even Jefferson or Chase. I wouldn't do it.
Why?
A number one wide receiver, because a one isn't enough for like a true bona fide number one, like a Jefferson or a Chase. You see how many teams, besides finding a franchise QB, what is the other thing that teams struggle to find the most on offense? A number one explosive, true game breaking receiver that you can put the game on, that can actually deliver in the clutch. So to be worth just one first round pick, no. It would take at least 2 or 3.
I mean, Dallas.
I mean, that
I
was a
think
different interpretation on the question, but that's how I
think
took it.
Justin Jefferson, Chase. I think the top 5 wide receivers in the NFL right now worth a number one, in my opinion.
It would be worth it would be worth it for the team trading the draft picks to get the receiver. But what I'm saying is it would not be worth the team trading the receiver if they were not getting at least a minimum of the team's next 2 first rounders or potentially 3.
Well, I was
They
just
would need
naming.
it.
I was just naming one. I wasn't going on
Okay,
how
so
many
if that's
first
the
round.
thing,
Right.
if it's for just one, no.
No. I'm not saying if it's just one. I'm just naming one. See what I'm saying? I'm not saying, oh yeah, these guys are worth 2, 3 first rounders. I'm just naming these guys are worth first round.
Oh, all right.
How many? That's a different story.
Okay.
Right.
That's all I'm saying.
My next
Uh,
question. We always talk about the top quarterbacks. Now talk about the B average quarterbacks. And now name 2 of them. Then
B average
a B
quarterback,
average
right?
quarterback in the NFL.
I'm gonna say Tua Tagovailoa and Justin Herbert.
Wait a minute. You said
Tua
2 of
Tagovailoa and Justin Herbert.
Hey, you been drinking?
Nothing but this water.
I don't see Tua be a B average quarterback. I said C average quarterback. To me, in my opinion. Dallas, what you got from me?
what's the question?
We always talk about the top quarterbacks. Now talk about B average quarterbacks. And now name two of them.
B average quarterbacks. Shit. It's a tough one. You know what? I'm gonna get some hate for this one. I'm gonna say I feel like Goff is a perfect example of a B average quarterback. And I'm gonna say I'll try to ruffle some feathers with this one. Brock Purdy. He's gonna get that bag. He's gonna get that. See? That's exactly what I wanted. Fucking speechless. He's gonna get that bag, and it's gonna be another Dak Prescott all over again.
Oh man, you love taking shots at the Cowboys.
I do, because fuck the Cowboys.
But you can. I'm not doing that with you.
Go ahead. This is what the people came for.
Okay, you cannot say he's gonna be another Dak Prescott, and
yes,
they got. Wait a minute, they got to the Super Bowl what 3 times?
Because of their defense. Because the 49ers are built on defense. Because what let them down in the Super Bowl? Their offense. 3 times.
You got a point. I don't got no comeback.
Brock Purdy might be a glorified game manager at very best. Because if he wasn't in a Kyle Shanahan dink and dunk offense, we probably wouldn't even know his fucking name.
So why sign him then?
Because he's a perfect fit for that system, for that scheme.
But
he doesn't have a tremendously strong arm. He doesn't make the quickest reads, and he is the exact definition of a 1 or 2 read quarterback. If his read or his second read isn't there, he fucking panics and abandons the play, and he fucking just yeets the ball wherever.
Dang. All right, my next question. If you could sign anyone in free agent right now in the NFL, who would it be? Dallas.
Anyone, so all the people in the NFL are free agents, or just who's remaining?
You got the center y'all let go a couple weeks ago.
So just who's available right now?
Yeah. I had the list earlier today.
Yeah, who's hold on, let me see who's still available.
Well, I will come back to you, Dallas.
Yeah, I gotta let me pull up the list.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Justin Simmons. That's what I'm gonna say.
You motherfucker. You motherfucker. You toenail eating motherfucker. I'm not mad at you because he had been saying he want to join your team. Now, will y'all make that? I don't know, but he had been saying it. And he also said he wanted to come back to ATL. I seen that early today. So, but Dallas, what you got for me?
So out of all the people remaining, he's not ranked very high on any list. I think people forgot about this guy because running backs are a dime a dozen. I think it would be a low risk, high reward possibility type signing. If there's any running back needy teams out there, Nick Chubb.
Yeah, but he just had that injury. That's why ain't nobody.
That's what I'm saying. Low risk, high reward.
Right.
Either he booms or he busts. But if he booms, if he booms, and you just got like a great, 10 times what you paid for, and that might be the thing to take you to and win the championship if you're lacking a solid running game. And if nothing else, he at least provides the insight to those young guys to help coach them up too. So he's serviceable in more than one way. And if he doesn't pan out, oh well, you got exactly what you paid for.
My next question. Since the college football SEC have all the top pass rushers, if you need a top offensive lineman, what division you would draft him from? Dennis. You got the Big 12, you got the Big
No, the Big 10. It's the Big 10. Big 10.
Yeah, my bad.
Big 10. Big 10. No, you was right with the Big 12, but I'm going to go with the Big 10.
Okay, Dallas.
The ACC.
AC, they're not bad. Lately, they've been getting some good offensive linemen.
Who
They
that?
have.
Who's in the ACC?
Clemson, North Carolina, Duke, I think. Duke's a couple of linemen. But Clemson though has turned out a lot of. Isn't South Carolina in the ACC too? I think, or the SEC. They might be the
SEC.
SEC. Okay. It's been a minute since I've been in the college ball.
No, it's a lot of beef going on right now. I got to say this between two great Hall of Famers in my book. They Hall of Famers. Well, Asante should be a Hall of Famer. Let me say that.
Here we go. I should have known some internet beef. You love the internet beef, and
No, I think they on the same level.
Ryan, you did,
No.
Ryan, no.
No.
You get on me when I talk about Memphis. You always say you always taking up for him, Dennis. You do this all the time. Kwame Brown came up crying, saying it wasn't his fault. You said that you believe Kwame Brown's ass. All right? And somebody else came up crying. Soon as somebody come up crying on the internet about how bad they play was and it wasn't their fault, you go right along with them. Ryan, you are becoming part of the problem.
No.
You're messing up my algorithm with this. I'm just letting you know.
My question is Asante Samuel on the same level as Deion Sanders on the field and stats?
Okay. Now, Asante Samuel is going to have better stats than Deion Sanders because a lot of teams wasn't throwing Deion Sanders' way. Point in case. Let me give you why I say that, okay? Deion Sanders played in his last Super Bowl with the Dallas Cowboys. On the other side of Deion Sanders was Larry Brown. Larry Brown scored 3 interceptions on that side because they was trying Larry Brown's side. They didn't try Deion Sanders' side. Larry Brown won Super Bowl MVP. All right? Neil O'Donnell ain't throw an interception all season.
What?
That was the quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers, for people who didn't know. That's who Neil O'Donnell is. Neil O'Donnell did not throw an interception all season. All right? He didn't throw that shit to Deion Sanders' side. Asante Samuel has gotten the ball thrown to his side. Asante Samuel played for my Eagles. I'm not here to hate on Asante Samuel. I'm just telling you he ain't Deion Sanders.
That's all
I'm telling you. Asante Samuel's got way better numbers because they threw to his side.
Let me say this.
From time to time, Asante Samuel's got burnt. Okay? It happens to players. I'm not telling you Asante Samuel's a bum. I love having Asante Samuel playing for me because I knew we was getting a couple interceptions a season. I want to say almost 6. That's what I want to say. So he's always going to go down as a very good corner. Is he Hall of Fame? I don't know if he Hall of Fame or not. He ain't get in there yet. So I don't know. That's one thing I'm going to say. Number 2, this is other 2 things I'm going to say. He ain't prime.
I'm not saying he got to be prime. I'm not saying that.
He ain't prime.
I said what his stats look like.
That's why I said if you go by stats, he gonna look way better than Deion Sanders.
So what we talking about?
Because one guy's getting the ball thrown to him, the other one ain't.
I can't nudge it. What you saying? I can't.
I would like to just chime in with one thing on this.
No.
Samuel is a bum. Fuck Asante Samuel because on his resume he doesn't have the one interception that fucking mattered the most.
He's not a bum. Asante Samuel played for all. Here's the thing: Asante Samuel has played for all of us.
Right. That's what I was gonna say. He played for the Patriots, Philly.
Now you upset that he left and came to the Eagles.
I'm upset that he dropped the interception that mattered the fucking most.
Yeah, well, I mean, shit happens.
I will never forgive Wes Welker either.
Damn. All right.
If he ain't clutch, he ain't clutch.
My next question. What is your expectation of the top 2 quarterbacks when they get drafted to a new NFL team next year? Dallas.
Well, depending on who takes them, I think if either one of them can manage to squeeze out 3 wins, I think they'll be doing good.
All right. Well, I feel as though as long as they get out there and prove to the organization that drafted them that they are ready to be a franchise player, then that's all they got to do. You may not win a game as the quarterback. You may not win a game. But if you go out there and actually show them that you're trying to win a game, that
Right.
you're doing everything right in the playbook, you're making all the throws, you're getting all your reads together, you come back and tell the coach, hey, coach, I couldn't get that pass off because it didn't look like I was going to be able to make it there before getting intercepted.
Right.
Coach, such and such happened. We need next time we need to switch. If I can see that now on the sideline, you can't hear that. So,
Right.
but if I can see that, you actually sitting out there trying my franchise quarterback.
I could see that. I mean, to me, the top 5 teams, who? Tennessee, Cam Ward, right? Right? They really draft Cam Ward. I mean, it's social everything. They got Cam Ward right there. No ifs about it. Now, who the other team need a quarterback? You got the Cleveland Browns. You got the Giants. You got who else?
I don't know.
I don't think
Who's
it's
got
really
the top
anybody
3
else.
picks? I think it's
Honestly, I mean, maybe the Jets, but they have Justin
Tennessee,
Fields.
Giants, Tennessee.
Okay, I got it right here. You got Tennessee, Cleveland Browns, New York Giants, New England Patriots, the Jaguars, the Raiders, the Jets.
All right. So who you say it's gonna be?
I think the Raiders.
Okay.
I think they got Geno to be that bridge quarterback to teach Shedeur Sanders
Okay.
how to be a professional, how to be a okay quarterback,
How
a
to be
B
not your
average
how
quarterback.
to be not your father.
Out. Shit.
Don't run
But
your mouth. Don't be a diva. Don't fucking wear a chain in your rookie season like a fucking idiot.
I think he should go over there, sit for 1 year, and take over the next year. What do you think? What do y'all think?
I agree.
I don't know. I'm not so sold on Shedeur Sanders. I don't really see anything. If he goes to the Raiders, I definitely don't see anything for him. As it stands, I don't see much of a future for him. I don't think he translates to the pros at all. I think he's probably just going to be a career backup. I don't really see it for Cam Ward either.
Or he could go to Pittsburgh.
Oh yeah, no, they're a quarterback needy team.
They quarterback needed team.
I like Jackson Dart for them though. I really think that's going to be the surprise. They're going to sit where they are and they're going to go up and take Dart a little bit early.
Because if you look at it, when he was with Colorado, he had a bad offensive lineman. Yes or no, Dennis? You told me when an offensive lineman don't move his feet, he is what?
Slow feet, don't eat.
Okay, Pittsburgh. It was known they had a okay offensive lineman.
Yeah.
So I could see he going over there.
That wouldn't work either. Did they not, Ron? Answer me this, Ron. That wouldn't work. I'll tell you why. Answer me this. Did they an okay offensive line, right?
Yeah.
He goes, did they, in that time, did they not have not one, but 2 quarterbacks last season who both moved their feet, who have made their careers as mobile scramblers, and it didn't do jack fucking shit for that offense, did it?
Right, but you gotta look at it.
So why would it be any different?
Okay. Russell Wilson at the end of his career. Yes or
Yeah,
no?
but he was the Giants.
Right. He with the Giants now.
But
Okay.
I'm saying last year when they had those mobile QBs,
Right.
it didn't matter.
Right. But I just said if they fix their offensive line, and Pittsburgh known for fixing their offensive line in the draft and free agent. They known for that.
If they
So
do, yes. But right
if
now, no.
right, if they do that, I think the young man got a good head coach.
It doesn't matter what they do as long as Mike Tomlin is there. He is so checked out. His eyes are more glazed over than a fucking box of donuts from fucking Krispy Kreme.
I
He don't know what he's doing.
I really think Mike Tomlin a good head coach to teach the young man how to be a good football player, one of the greatest football players. He loved to teach football players.
He loves to also choke in the postseason.
Hey, he get there. My team had not been there since what? 2016. I would take that any day of the week.
Since Tom Brady kind of fucking showed you guys what it means to fuck around and find out.
So back to Pittsburgh. I think he would go over there and Mike Tomlin would tell him, hey, study the playbook. If you got any questions, we got somebody to teach here. We got Rudolph here to teach you.
I just got one thing on Pittsburgh. Mike Tomlin is a modern-day Marvin Lewis. Success in the regular season, get to the postseason, and fucks up.
Let's start that playoff win. I mean that Super Bowl win. You might be right.
Good answer.
All right, what's the next question?
My last question of the night. Who was the better wide receiver, Steve Smith or Chad Johnson in their prime? Dennis, talk to me.
I'm going Chad Ochocinco, man, but that shit is hard for me, man. Them two right there. I mean, just that whole draft class to me was hard, man. You know, you had Reggie Wayne, you had Chad Ochocinco, you had Steve Smith, you had my all-time favorite guy. He's just one of my favorites. I mean, Santana Moss. I used to love saying Santana. I used to love saying that all the time. You know, because everybody else be like, "Oh, you just got Moss." I didn't want to say Moss. I used to be like Santana every time I played with him. It's like, oh, there he is. He is Santana. Yeah, Santana Moss, my guy. But yeah, that draft class was crazy.
It's crazy.
Crazy draft class. Man.
So you got who? Who you got, Dennis?
I got Chad Ochocinco, but if you was asking me about that whole class, I got Santana.
Dallas, talk to him.
Let's see. During his prime, I'm just looking. I'm going Steve Smith here. I'm going to be some Agent 89. His prime, I would say his prime really started. Looking here, it looks like 2005 to 2012 or 2011. You could argue was kind of the peak of his career. He was 25 to 32, and in those seasons, he only failed to record 1,000 receiving yards 2 times in 2009 and 2010. He's only 18 yards short of that. Every other season, 1,500 yards, 1,400, 1,300, 1,100. Over at least over 4 touchdowns every season except one. And it just belongs to 77, 66, 74. I mean, those numbers speak. Those numbers speak for themselves. He's catching 103 passes. You know, and that's the thing. He's catching. You know, when he's getting 1,300 yards, he only caught 79 passes, and he was averaging 17.6 yards a catch. Like the average on his catches were insane. He was the guy that you had You had to double him. It was not. You didn't have to double Ocho Cinco. For me, he was too much in his own head. And also, he benefited extremely well from having TJ Hushmanzada on the other side. They never
Well,
built around Steve Smith Sr. either. He was the guy, and even if you double teamed him, he was still gonna find a way to fuck you up. You could only hope to contain him, not stop him. If you stopped TJ, you could stop Chad, because Chad was too arrogant and he didn't put in the work and he was lazy and he wasn't half the fucking
Oh, never mind, man.
Ninja 89 was.
Next question. That's the end of the
That's it.
question.
I'm-
I
But-
forgot he's a hater.
but that's my last question. I got to go with Steve
That's
Smith.
good.
He was that dog, that pit bull mentality dog. And he said out of his own mouth, if you see me, that means I scored.
No, he said, if you see this face, no, I got
Hey,
you. Hold on, I got you.
It
I
said
used to
that,
love when he said, if you see this face, that mean I just scored. That's what he used to say. That's what he used to say right there.
and look, I know the Panthers.
And Dallas can talk all that shit he wants to about Ocho Cinco because he didn't get the Chad Ocho Cinco that he wanted from the Bengals to come to the Patriots.
I
It is
didn't
what
give
it
a
is.
fuck about that.
I
I watched Chad
understand.
Ochocinco with the Bengals. I watched Chad Ochocinco with the
You
Bengals,
didn't
and
get the
everything I
same
say
guys.
stands.
I understand. This is what I'm gonna say on that. That goddamn Chad Ochocinco was a menace to society out there on that goddamn field. There
Yeah,
was a point. Now the reason why I had this whole conversation about this, there was a situational point. And I don't know if it was 2005 or 2006, but around this time, for at least almost 2 months, it seemed like every week they were having a touchdown celebration battle between Steve Smith and Chad Ochocinco. And I swear it felt like 2 months. It might have only been 6 weeks, but it felt like 2 months to me. Like Chad Ochocinco came out. He's doing the whole dance. Next thing you know, Steve Smith come out. He scores a touchdown. He's over there on the floor, water boating like this. Next thing you know, Chad Ochocinco went around. He went and got the camera. Now he was the cameraman on the joint. And you see Steve Smith go around, and he's over there wiping the baby's butt and putting the baby to sleep. Like, man, that shit was going on for a little bit, man. You just couldn't wait for them to score a touchdown because here come the celebration. But I'm taking Ocho Cinco on this.
I taking Steve Smith. Those I like both of them. I do.
I like both of them too. That's why I said it was like I told you. If we was talking about the draft class, who was I taking out the draft class? Santana. That's what I'm saying.
You just like saying that name. I just have one more thing to say on that. We're talking about Steve Smith's lines and stuff. How about the one where I think it was after the Patriots game where Brady was fucking yelling at the ref going off the field, and Steve Smith caught him after the game or something, and he looked right into the camera. He looks in the camera and he goes, "What's up, son?"
He told that to a couple people too. Oh no.
The Panthers.
He got into that fight with a team to lead.
Yeah, and he told that to when he played with Baltimore, to the Panthers. That played the Panthers.
He said, make sure y'all cut my grass out there.
But
ice up, son.
I like, oh my God.
And then when he said it to
Josh Norman, was it?
No, it was Jalen Ramsey said it too.
Ooh, yeah. But I like both of them, so there you go, Dennis.
Yeah, man. Dallas, you got any last words, man?
They're wrong about the Patriots. A few months.
All right. Well, listen, we'd like to thank y'all for coming out. Thank y'all for always tuning in to Talk Years Tuesday. We are up out of here. God bless y'all and good night.
Missed me while I was gone. 716, stand up.